I'm sitting in Lowe's lobby. I'm waiting for my interview. I'm nervous as fuck. You feel me? Because I got this fat ass ankle monitor on my ankle. So I'm like, damn, what if they see this shit? They probably not gonna hire me. That's how I'm thinking. So it's my turn to go get interviewed. I'm walking. I'm pulling my slacks down. I'm making sure he's not looking down at my ankle. And then we get to the part where he asking me questions and shit. And I'm answering his questions. Then he glanced at my shit. But I'm like, oh my God, I ain't gonna lie. I could tell he noticed because like at that moment I felt a pit in my stomach. I knew like, damn, he seen this shit. So when I first got out on house arrest, I couldn't leave the house. So I'm thinking I'm finna apply for like work from home jobs. I think I applied to like over 100 work from home jobs. I was literally waking up every other day applying to like work from home jobs. That was like my routine every other day. Scroll on TikTok, apply to work from home jobs every other day. This pattern like went on for like weeks and weeks. Like I'd apply to a job, wait a couple of days, get a response, get rejected, and then go back to doing the same shit. Like that was the cycle. This before the background checks. So I'm getting rejected before they even see my background check. I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna stand a chance. When they do look at my background check, I'm like, God damn. After that, I realized, you know what? Maybe I need like a skill or some shit. Like go apply for go get me a skill or some shit. You feel me? So I'm like, my dad do CDL. You feel me? Maybe I could be like a dispatcher or some shit. Well, he the one that put me on to maybe I could be a dispatcher. It's not something I need to leave the house to go do. I could do this shit at home. I realized I need to like take a class on dispatching. So I paid like $500 for a course. I finished the course. I get my certificate and then I start back applying for like dispatching jobs. If you don't know what dispatching is, it's basically the nigga that finds loads for the trucker to go like deliver. Basically, that's what that is. So I'm trying to do that. No luck. Same shit, no luck. Then I realized I need an LLC. I gotta start my own business. Nobody want a dispatcher with no experience. All type of shit, bro. It was all type of shit going on. Basically, bro, that was like my life for like, I ain't gonna lie, but that was my life for like 2 years. I ain't gonna lie, one of my friends that had a friend that worked at a call center, she basically, I'm a recommendation. She basically recommended me, basically. Like, yeah, I applied. I told when I applied for the job, I'm like, I know such and such, you feel me? They recommended me to come apply to this job. So that was the only time I ever got an interview. Within them 2 years, I kept trying to get a work from home jobs and all type of shit. Like that was the only time I ever got an interview. I went to the interview. Obviously, the interview went good. I thought it went good. You feel me? They over there asking me questions and shit. I got experience in call center. You feel me? I've worked at a call center for like a year. Like you feel me? I've actually got experience. Like you feel me? It's towards the end of the interview. I'm walking out. I'm about to shake the lady hand. You feel me? And she glanced down at my ankle. Whole time I still got an ankle monitor. Right, you feel me? She glanced down at my ankle. She seen the monitor. I know she seen the bulge. You feel me? She had to seen the bulge. So she seen the bulge. And I feel like, damn, that shit ruined it. But I don't even care about that shit. Cause I'm knowing, cause once the background check comes in, that's really like my issue for real. When the background check comes in. So the email like comes, right? Basically they telling me I'm not a good fit for this role. The email came next day. I'm not gonna lie. They ain't even wait a couple of days, nothing. That shit came next day. The thing is, I'm like, bro, I had call center experience. Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna get this shit for sure. But like, you feel me? The thing is, my charges are pending charges. It's not like I got convicted or I'm a felon. These charges are pending. Then again, I got some serious charges. I'm not gonna lie, but still, you feel me? But then I moved though. After I moved, I started applying to like jobs locally, like you feel me? But then I moved. I ain't gonna lie. The main reason why I ain't wanna apply to like certain jobs where I was from, because I knew a lot of people there. So I'm like, I don't wanna apply to certain jobs and then people seeing me work there. That was like the main reason why I ain't wanna apply to like certain type of retail or like restaurant jobs in my city, because I'm from there. I'm like, I don't want nobody seeing me. I'm on an ankle monitor. Everybody seeing me work this job. Cause you feel me? I ain't want to do that. So like, I bet. So once I moved to a new city, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I'm like, I ain't gonna before. Nobody know me here. Nobody know me. So I'm finna just apply to any job or whatever job. I'm not gonna lie. I started applying to Lowe's, Home Depot. You feel me? All type of shit. McDonald's, all type of shit. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, bro, I need a job and I need one ASAP. So I started. But the moment I moved, bro, I started applying to like so much jobs. I'm not gonna lie. I moved in February, right? Hold on. I gotta check the calendar, bro. So I moved in February. I had a job by March. I ain't gonna lie. I moved February. So February 14th. I moved, right? By March, like 20 something, I had a job. I'm not gonna lie. So within like a month, I already got me a job. I'm like, I bet. So when I first moved to this new city, right? I applied to like a couple of jobs, I'm not gonna lie, but the only places that called me in for an interview was like the first two. It basically went the same way, so I'm gonna just get them two out the way. Lowe's and Home Depot both called me in for an interview, right? So I go to the interview, everything goes well. You feel me? I get an offer verbally from Lowe's and Home Depot, right? They said wait for my background check to come in. So as soon as my background check comes in, then I can like start working. You feel me? They gave me an offer. I signed a sheet of paper off on the offer and everything. Like, okay, I'm gonna make such and such an hour, such and such an hour. So I'm like, damn, once the background check comes in, I know I'm grits. I'm not gonna lie, I knew I was grits. So I'm waiting, but I'm like, I still have like hope. Hopefully I still get hired, right? And so I'm waiting for the background check to come in. So I'm like, I'm praying, like, you feel me? I still get hired. So I know I know my charge is gonna show up, like obviously, but like I'm just hoping they like take a chance with me and still hire me anyway. Obviously, both of them like took back the offer. They were like, "Oh, I'm not a good fit." I got an email, bro. This one I knew I was grits, right? Usually the background check comes in right then and there as you doing the interview, right? But this time it took days for my shit to come in. I'm like, damn, why the fuck my shit taking so long? That's when I knew I was grits. I ain't gonna lie, to be fair though, on all my applications, I lied. I say I ain't got no criminal history. I never been to prison. I mean, that's not a lie though. I'd never been to prison though. I don't have a criminal history technically because my charges are, I'm still in pre-trial. I've not been convicted of anything. I don't have like any, like, you feel me? So technically I'm not lying. They said, they asked me, am I on probation? Da, da, da. I said, no, I'm not. Anything involving like any criminal records or some shit, I said, no, I'm clean. I'm straight. Nothing going on with me. So technically I lied. Technically I didn't. But like, you could say I lied technically. You feel me? Anytime I'm like applying to like a job or anything, I lie. I just say I don't have no criminal record. I ain't gonna lie. After like Home Depot and Lowe's like said, like, basically took back their offer, I'm like, fuck it. I'm finna go apply to McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie. I needed a job bad, bro. Y'all don't understand. I told myself, I never work at Mickey D's. I'm like, fuck it. I'm finna apply to Mickey D's. Cause I was like my last option, bro, to like work at Mickey D's. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm finna go work at Mickey D's. I applied to Mickey D's, got an interview the next day, go to the interview. All of a sudden I'm training. I'm in the job. I'm like, damn. See, I'm like, but like part of me knew like I was gonna get hired at Mickey D's anyway. But like I ain't gonna lie, I think it's cause it's a franchise. It's a franchise in McDonald's and not like a corporate McDonald's. I don't know if y'all know the difference. Some McDonald's are owned by like certain group, like certain people. You feel me? And the one I applied to was owned by like these two couples from Houston. I think, I don't know, but I didn't know it was a franchise and not like a corporate, like a international like McDonald's. Now I'm working at Mickey D's, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit, I needed a job, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I just had to do it. They hired me I'm talking about so quick. Within a week, I had already started training. I went to orientation and all type of shit. But like, cause like I ain't gonna lie, franchise stores have their own like hiring discretion. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I think I got hired there. And like corporate runs everything through HR. Like I think that's why. But I'm not 100% sure that's why. But it's the only thing that makes sense to me though. But anyways though, I don't really tell people about where I work at. I usually just lie. I'm not gonna lie. When people ask me where I work at, I lie. I just say I work at a warehouse. Who the fuck going like, you feel me? Who gonna question that shit? But nah, yeah, I don't tell people what the fuck I go through. I don't tell people what I got going on for real. You feel me? When people try to get in my business, I just straight up lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's either I lie or I don't say nothing at all. You know, niggas always gonna try to conversate, and niggas always trying to like get some shit out of you. If y'all made it this far into the vid, appreciate you for watching. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know. Hey, listen, bro. Just all love, man. Appreciate you for watching anyways.